Hey guys, welcome to a special horses birthday edition of our online newsletter. Very happy birthday to all those horses out there, particularly those yearlings, now 2-year-olds. A very exciting time of year. This is when we start to see the 2-year-olds pop up. You know, we start to hear about the more talented early running types that are in work with certain trainers. And, you know, of course, it's not too long before the first official 2-year-old trials are on. We've got a lot to get through today, a lot of replays, a lot of trials and races to watch, and some track work footage, so we'll get right onto it. Of course, our horse to follow is a very obvious one this month, and that is Express Point. She has won 2 races in 6 days. You know, she's had 20 odd starts now for 3 wins and 10 placings, and a few 4ths and a few 5ths. She's never been far away, but as a 5-year-old or 4-year-old, now 5, she's really putting it together. Her tail's in the air, the wind's in her sails, and she is just flying. Jess Taylor, who has been the informed jockey over the past month since she's come back from injury, and I don't think there has been a single commentator that hasn't said the same thing, has really gotten the best out of this girl. You know, given the right conditions, she loves the heavy tracks, she loves rain affected tracks. We are going to see this girl step up and win in town. You know, she hasn't done much racing. She's already won over $70,000, and she's only just starting to hit straps now, so very excited to see what lay ahead for her. Also, we're going to watch some trials this month. A new horse that stepped out for the first time, had its first preparation. We spoke about her in a few online newsletters a little while ago. She was a filly by Northern Meteor out of Cosmo Gal. Her name now is Meteor Gal. She trialled for the first time at Randwick last week. She jumped the widest, stayed the widest, drifted off the track, and yet she let down this lovely sprint and, you know, went on to, I believe, win the trial or just finish a nose second. But, you know, given the fact that she ran longer than everyone else in the trial, and this is a horse that's coming or has come to the end of her preparation, you know, it was a very impressive trial, and she's still got a lot to learn, but she's very tough, very tenacious, real typical Northern Meteor, and she's got the right attitude to go on and get the job done. And we always said that, you know, this girl looks like she could have a little bit of ability, and I think that trial of hers at Randwick confirmed that for us, and that's why we're very happy to see her do what she did. Also, we'll show you Tessa Shadow's trial from that day. Tessa Shadow has had a couple of setbacks along the way, coming back into work this time in, but they're out of the way now, and the way he trialled confirms that. You know, just like the Tessa Shadow we saw last preparation, he ran down the leader with ease and was really strong through the line, and looks like he has come back in super condition. So we can't wait to see him on the racetrack. As far as our yearlings are concerned, the one we're going to touch on this time in is the All Too Hard Purple Blood filly. She's from the family of Special, who is a 2-year-old champion. This filly is out of an Encosta de Lago mare, and she is a 3/4 sister to a 4-time 2-year-old winner who won a Group 3 level. So it's an outstanding 2-year-old family. And even though this girl looked like an Oaks type of filly, of late she's really put her hand up and stepped forward, you know, from the pack, and looks like she could go earlier than we all ever thought. She's at 16 hands already, but she moves around like a lightweight. She's a lovely big striding horse, and we are very, very excited about what her prospects may be as she makes her way toward the races. So we'll get stuck into it. Here are the 2 races that Express Point won within 6 days of each other, both at Gosford. The first over 1100, second over 1200. You know, heavy 10 conditions and soft 5 conditions respectfully, and she thrived on both. But you know, she won both these races by a combined margin of 6 lengths, and you know, it's hard enough to win a maiden, but to see her do what she did within a week in these 2 races was very, very impressive. And that's why, as we say, patience is the most underused tool in racing. She's just turned 5 and she's only starting to hit straps now. This is Express Point.
Swanee between horses past the 600. Further back was Nina. On the inside of Ajita and Fountains is last, about 8 from the front runner, which as they go off the back now up towards the 450 is Exceed Battle. He moved up to rejoin Express Point, which uses the rail now. Then Kylie's Fame ridden along third from Flying by Swanee. Further back was Talk Is Cheap, Nina and Ajita at the head of the others. Into the straight. 250 to go. Express Point with a kick. Got away by 2 lengths. To the outside, Kylie's Fame starts to run home from Flying by Fountains. But with 100 to go, it's Express Point nicely clear. Looking the goods at the 50. Fountains runs home well, but Express Point will come down and win it from Fountains, I'd say just second, ahead of Flying By and Kylie's Fame. They were followed in by Exceed Battle, which got tired. Talk Is Cheaper. 3 out Breaking Story third, Beaudelet is fourth, Express Point fifth as they head off the back, and then Fantasize around centre field with Tudor Sunrise. Fashion Stips and Foxy Housewife. Favourite is last at the 500. It's She Be Bossy narrowly. Moving up on the outside, Flaming Commodity, 3 wide Breaking Story. Fantasize has trucked into the race well. Express Point can't get a crack at them. And then followed by Fashion Stips and Foxy Housewife. She Be Bossy in front. Beaudelet back to the fence. Fantasize. Foxy Housewife is coming out deeper on the track, and Express Point got a split. 100 to go. Express Point, Fantasize and Foxy Housewife. Express Point's the one. Express Point won the last from Fantasize, Foxy Housewife and She Be Bossy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then Fashion Snips, Flaming Commodity, Tudor Sunrise. The next one in Breaking Story.
So you can see why Express Point was our horse to follow. 2 very, very impressive wins. And given the right conditions, she will go on and be another city horse in the elite colours. She won those races with absolute dominance, and looks like she's ready to take her step up to the next level. Very well placed by Gary Portelli, of course, and Jess Taylor, as I said, was just been in form. She's been killing them out there ever since she's come back from injury. She's really got the best out of this horse. So well done to Jess, of course. Moving on now, we'll watch those 2 trials we mentioned. The first 3-year-old, Meteor Gal, over 740 metres. And the second, also at Randwick, Tester Shadow. So these were run last Friday. And here is the replays of those 2 particular trials.
Away now. Mo Queen in the centre left okay. Montana Thunder showing speed. And Ready to Rumble breaks out of the pack. But when they settle, it's Montana Thunder using the inside to lead from Ready to Rumble, who goes up to eyeball it again before the turn. Back behind them, First Channel is on the back of the leaders. They were being closely followed by Mo Queen. How Sweet It Is, the widest runner. At that stage was Meteor Gal. And back behind those, the last pair, High Impulse and also Bit Dusty. At the 200 metres, Meteor Gal letting go with a good sprint. Out wide on the track, goes up to join Montana Thunder with 100 to go. Just runs about a bit, Meteor Gal. Montana Thunder tries to kick back. They split the line, and it's a close finish between Montana Thunder the inside and Meteor Gal the outside. Just behind them was First Channel, Bit Dusty, Mo Queen all in a line. Then How Sweet It Is. Further back in the field there when they pull up was High Impulse and Bird Flyer Orbeck. It's buried away over on the inside, and Richard of York is 3 deep and last. Running to the side of the track, 750 to go. It's Excitable, 1 length in front. As they wheeled to the side of the track, Tester Shadow in second placing. 2 lengths away third was Danger, followed by Rainbow Park on the fence. Next in the run was Thurston, beyond midfield as they track up to the turn, followed by Plot Twist, 2 Ronnies. Next in the run there as they swing to the bend, Richard of York, followed by Firebird Flyer, and Orbeck is last. Into the straight, 400 to go. Excitable, ridden along, is the leader by a length and a half. Kept on the bid in second place was Tester's Shadow. A long gap then of 4 lengths to Thurston, who's running home. 2 Ronnies at the head of the others with Richard of York. Inside the 200 metres, Excitable the front runner. Tester's Shadow trying to get on terms. He's within a neck on the outside now. Excitable and Tester's Shadow clear out to fight this out, but Tester's Shadow going far the better on the outside, goes to the lead, and Tester's Shadow too strong for Excitable. Third in might be Firebird Flyer there, just ahead of either Thurston or 2 Ronnies. Back behind them, Richard of York, Rainbow Park.
So as you can see, Meteor Gal, very impressive. Jumped from the widest gate, was wide all the way, running off the track, yet still let down with a nice sprint to go on and win the trial, or just be edged out for second. And this is a horse that has come to the end of her preparation. Like, she has well and truly had enough. It's her first time in, and she managed to have enough guts and tenacity and ability to to go on and trial as she did there. So we're very excited about next preparation. She's going to go away, have a spell, and of course she will return a much stronger filly, fully educated and ready to go. Tessa Shadow, it was great to see the old Tessa Shadow back. Again, a horse that really hit straps last preparation as a 4-year-old, and that trial was confirmation that he's come back in great order and feeling really, really good about himself. Finally, we'll touch on our yearling, or 2-year-old now, by All Too Hard out of Purple Blood. This is some track work footage that was taken last Wednesday. You'll hear Gary have a little talk about the horse in the background at some point. And just watch the way she moves. She covers the ground so well. We're talking about a horse here that has just turned 2 officially. Unofficially, she's not a 2-year-old for a little while now. She's 16 hands and over, and just gets around like a lightweight, covers the ground like a professional. She gets around like she's done it all before. So she's really put her hand up and stepped forward, and we're very excited to see what will lay ahead for her. Our yearlings as a whole this year, and for those that watched that Express Point win on television last week, would have heard Gary's interview after. He even went on to say on racing television that this is the best bunch of yearlings we've had in a while. And I truly believe that quality-wise, this is the nicest bunch of types that we have bought for a few years now. Very excited about all of them, but this filly in particular has really put her hand up and stepped forward. So we'll finish off with some footage of her at TRACKWORK. Thanks again for tuning in, and hope to see you next time, come next newsletter.
G'day guys, here's the All Too Hard filly coming down the straight here. She's on the inside of these 3. A little bit of a shy, seen us, covered them off. Big striding filly, gets over the ground, carries her head nice too, got a really nice headset. You see the other 2 got the noses poked out. She carries her head right up against the chest. Light in her feet for a big girl, and really looking forward to seeing her. She might surprise us, she might go earlier than what we first thought.
Another 6 months.
Yeah.
This year, I thought.
Yeah. She's just typical of the sire, I think. All Too Hard is very similar. Bit common and a bit raw, and that's where she's at the moment. She's going to fill out nice. She's got the frame, she just needs to bulk up.
Yep, that's all.
Hey, baby. You all right? Big kid in the class.